I have a question. What's the big deal about electric cars? All of a sudden, everybody's buying it. Personally, I don't get it because I would definitely listen to this rather than that. According to a trusted source, people are mainly buying it because it has a cheaper fueling system and it's environmentally stable. That's what I'm here to talk about. Also, if it's sustainable or not. So what is sustainability? Sustainability is basically just leaving resources for the future. For example, if everybody suddenly wants gains and starts eating more chickens than the farmers can produce, hypothetically, I don't think our future generation is going to be able to experience the taste of chicken. So what's so bad about electric cars, you might ask? That brings me back to my first point, which is at what cost are you really charging your electric cars for cheaply? Let me explain. So to charge your electric cars, you need a key component called cobalt, and there's a lot of cobalt mines all over Congo, DRC for it. So imagine being a kid and spending your days in a dusty, unsafe mine instead of school just to power the batteries of the cars that promise to save the planet. Big companies admitted that some of their cobalt comes from these places. Also, many big companies pledge to have zero tolerance for child labor, but it's more like a slogan than a serious commitment. So where does this leave us for the future? Right now, EV production isn't scaling fast enough to make a huge dent in the normal gasoline car. Experts predict that even by 2050, there still could be up to 1 billion gas-powered cars on the road. That means oil demand stays high and we keep facing issues like climate change and extreme weather. So EV production is scaling fast, it's just not enough to fully replace gas cars anytime soon. So let's start solutions. For one, companies could start by seriously investigating the ethics of where their cobalt comes from. One of the companies admitted that 20% of its cobalt comes from these mines. That's not okay. They, along with other automakers, need to be responsible for ensuring that their cobalt isn't sourced from unethical practices. And while we're at it, we need stricter mining process to protect the environment, ensuring that none of the toxic dust and chemicals contaminate our water and air. This brings me to another point, which is that electric cars aren't fair for the society because it does not fulfill the circular economy. So what is the circular economy? Let's say we have Jack. He does not like or drive electric cars, but he still has to pay for it to get disposed. Let me dig deeper. So let's say a big car company makes a car and they sell it to a random dude. He buys it, then he uses it till it has too much miles on it. Now it has to be disposed, right? The fair solution is that it goes back to the EV company and they dispose it on their own, because that's how circular economy works. But instead, it goes to the government and they dispose it with a lot of Jack's tax money. Okay, now let's talk about an alternative. The new and upcoming alternative is hydrogen-powered cars. They're an exciting alternative with several advantages. They're basically just normal cars, but instead of carbon coming out of the exhaust pipes, water vapor does. You heard me right, water vapor. And the car you heard in the beginning of the speech was a hydrogen-powered car. So what's the takeaway here? EVs might be marketed as the ultimate solution for saving the planet, but they've got their own set of serious problems, from child labor in cobalt mining to the failure of circular economy. Sure, they're better than gas cars in some ways, but we still need to keep pushing for real solutions, like ensuring that companies take responsibilities for their waste and exploring alternatives like hydrogen-powered cars. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the unsustainable reality of electric cars.